Hey guys, welcome back to another Panzer Gaming Studios video. Again, this is actually part of the level, an older part of the level. We're doing a lot of repair on this area, a lot of fixing up. But anyway, basically, I wanted to make this video quick before I started getting real technical in areas. When you come in here, this room will be on fire, and if you go into this area, you will catch fire. And I have these piping systems up here that will release water to kill the trigger to put out the fire. So basically it'll be something like this. Let me back up here for 1 sec so I can show you the whole entire spiel. Starting here. Full screen here. Alright. Alright, so as you saw there, basically what was going on is that let me get back over there. Window, as I was walking by, the window blew open, and because an explosion occurred. And these zombies in here, don't worry, I don't have a pylon in here yet, but they actually do attack you and walk and all that fun stuff. I don't have a pylon in here for testing purposes right now. Basically what happened was that there's a trigger in here, right here. You can see my trigger. And if you take your brush, we'll go up in here. And here's my brush. I made it to this dimension. This is really easy to do. Just go up here for your non-union scale form and create whatever size brush you need for the room, okay? Once that's set, you come here, you right click and add volume, and this will pop up. You want to go down to trigger volume, okay? Or no, I'm sorry, you want to go down to UT lava volume. My apologies. UT lava volume is what you want. You would select that. So as you can see here, mine's selected and it says UT lava volume. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Kismet. My Kismet's a little crazy, so the easiest way to find my stuff is to right click here, find trigger. Except I got the wrong trigger there. I got 2 triggers for another purpose. Ah, here we go. Okay. So basically what's going on here is that you come into Kismet, you make your animation scene, and basically what I got going on here is that at certain times, when I hit the trigger, the water sound effect will click on. The fire particles I have controlled in here to make them turn off. They're always on until you hit this button, and then this is telling that it's on, and then down here it turns off. In order to do a particle effect, you would select your particle. Oh, I'm not even showing you. My bad, guys. Here we go. Here you can see I have the hover water sound right here. Up here is the particle effect for the fire. And right here is the water effect. Alright, and then I have an event here which will kill the water. I'll destroy it, basically. So, in order to do all that, you would select your particle effect right here, come back into here, right click, add new particle effect group, name the particle whatever you want it to be named, click OK. Mine's not showing up. Delete it out. If that happens, don't worry about it. There, mine's selected. New particle effect. And I'm still not live. And the reason why I'm not live is because I already have this exact particle effect spoken for in this cinematic scene. Anyway, you would go ahead and do that, and this would actually turn purple. And then you would click on enter, and it will show you, do you want to have this on, or do you want to have this off? So basically, if you wanted to turn on a light bulb and the room is dark, you would have this set to off. But if you wanted the fire in the room, like I have right now, always on, you would turn it on. And then if you want the fire to turn off, you would come over here, enter, and go to off. And then it would turn off. Alright, and for the sound effect group, that's easy enough. You would just create an add new empty group. You can name that sound. Go into your content browser, find the sound cue that you want. For example, click on sound cue. I'll use this real quick. That's the one I want to use. So as long as that's there, select in the content browser, you come back in here on your sound, you would right click, you go to add new soundtrack and hit enter, and then when you hit the trigger, it'll play this soundtrack for you. So it's really that simple for this aspect. So remember, go in here, set the fire. If you wanted to do this scene, you would have the fire on, and then you would turn it off. You would have your water on then at a specific time, and then you would turn your water off. And then if we come back into Kismet here, now we can see it. Now you guys are seeing it. You'll see that the trigger that I used for the switch is trigger 35 used. That means you hit the enter button. It fires off the matinee. The matinee will play what you just saw. And then here where I had that event, right here, this event, show water, I'm using that and I'm unhiding the water because the water's constantly playing throughout the scene, but even when you don't even hit the trigger, it's playing. So I wanted to hide that so it would only show up when I played this matinee scene. So to get the matinee, you would come in here, you go to matinee, and here's your matinee. You double click on it and you set up your scene. And then for a toggle hidden, you go to new action, toggle hidden, and then here it is. And in order to move this around, you have to hold down control. Alright, so go to show water, unhide, then you would plug in your target, or targets, as I have here. I have two water particle effects here, okay? Here and here. These are my water particle effects for my water. These down here are my fire. So these two are plugged into here where the water is. So now I would plug the target into these particle effects. This way, when the animation would play and hit this right here, it would unhide it. It's telling it at this specific time, unhide my sequence, show my water playing. Then, in order to kill your trigger of the lava after your matinee sequence is done, I'm telling it to kill it. So I have a destroy out here, which you go to right click, new action, actor, destroy. And here's your destroy. Alright, I take my trigger from here, my trigger that I set up, the UT lava volume. I come in here, I right click, I go to new object using variable lava 2. Alright. Now my trigger's in here. So all I would have to do is come over. When this is completed, plug the destroy into the in and the target as a UT lava. Therefore, when the trigger fires off, the matinee will play, the water will come down, the fire will go out, the water will hide itself again. Your toggle hidden will hide the water. It's plugged in your particle effects. When the matinee is completed, the destroy trigger will kick in and destroy this trigger that will kill you. Alright, now you can do this for locked doors, you can do this primarily pretty much for whatever your little heart desires. Be creative with it. But that will concur with this tutorial on how to create a fire sequence. Thanks for watching.